welcome to Rain Reality Podcast. I'm the founder and also the host, and these are my co-stars.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl Tiffany K, aka Diamond Knight. So, welcome to the podcast, y'all. Here from San Diego, California.
Hey everybody, I'm K2. Y'all know me. I done been here for a while. Let's get into it.
All right. And since everybody announcing where they from, Dallas, Texas represents 214972. You hear me?
And I heard
And
they
I'm
know
definitely Mississippi
everything's bigger
made.
and better in Texas. I hear everything is bigger and better in Texas, right,
It
Remy?
is. Everything big. Big
Oh,
money, big energy, big strap, everything big.
big. I heard about them
And that
ribs.
money long.
Big money. I
And
like
in fact, I
it.
hear there's a lot of studs in Texas.
Yeah, like you said, call her. She's single and looking.
And so is
And
K2 for all you fans out
you
there.
gotta share. You gotta share.
Actually, K2 wants two girlfriends, so any twins out there, please take K2 off her hands, please, bro. Please, because she's looking.
Please.
Please, twins, Development twins. I don't care.
All right. So the topic for today will be pregnant trans men. So these are women who go through the process of transitioning into men and want to be known as him and he pronouns.
That's a good
So
topic. That's a good
it
topic. Let's
it is definitely LGBTQ. So
Mhm.
something controversial too.
It
So
is.
Tiffany,
Right.
hmm So, studs, have you guys ever thought about transitioning into?
man,
Yeah, it's hard for me to ask that question, but
it I have. I
oh,
have. When
you
I first came out, and I met this girl named Kamisha, she helped me kind of get into the whole lifestyle back in 2007. And I
Mhm.
told her I feel like a man on the inside. I'm very dominant. I never play with Barbie dolls. I want the GI Joes and the monster trucks and stuff like that. I wanted to play football. And I said I felt like I was born in the wrong body, and so I said I want to transition. And she told me no, don't do that. And I said why? And she said because in the gay community, in the lesbian community, is frowned upon. I said, but it's all a part of the same rainbow. And she said, only type of women that you're gonna get when you transition into men is a bi-curious woman, bisexual, or straight woman. Because a real lesbian not gonna want you because you chopped off your titties and you're gonna look physically like a man. They're not gonna find you attractive. So she said, so if you want to find a lesbian woman, you still need to look like a woman. So that changed my mind on transitioning.
they have a point on that one, but you know what? I have plenty of friends that transitioned into a man, and for all my friends out there, if you're watching this, I support y'all 100%. It's your life. Do what you want to do. We're all human beings at the end of the day. So what the fuck? I mean, who are we to judge? I mean, it's not our body. Shit. I mean, Remy, honestly, if you want to transition into a dude, I would not treat you no less than the same. I would treat you the same. You're still gonna be my friend. But
Right.
I do want to see that dick at the end of the day because I
Different
want to see
world.
That's the whole process. I don't know if I'll be able to go that far.
See,
I want to see.
see me, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't never in my life have I ever wanted to transition. I love my pussy. I do. I love getting it ate. I really despise men a whole lot. And I like the way I look. And girls are very much so attracted to people, that look like me, especially with the locks and stuff like that. Like
Oh yeah.
I'll look, you know what I'm saying, dressed like a guy and stuff like that. But I definitely know, I'm in sync with my identity type stuff. If I was born a man, it would probably be a little different, but I'm good. I'm good. I like what I got. I ain't gonna lie. It's fun. It's fun.
Well, sweetie, I like your pussy too. I haven't seen it. I haven't tasted it or nothing like that. But I like your pussy. If that helps anything. Shit.
Maybe behind the scenes we might see some pussy action. Who knows?
Who knows, really? I have to
Absolutely.
get drunk. I have to get drunk just a little bit. I want some tequila shots. Casamigos, Don Julio.
So since Tiffany, you are the only film in the podcast, would you date a trans?
You know, I wouldn't mind going on a date with one, but as far as a relationship goes, I just, you really have to change my mind and my aspect on that because like I said, I do have a lot of friends that was, a lesbian stud or a masculine, female, if you will, and they did transition over. So at this point, I can be friends with them. I can go on a date with them, but as far as relationship goes, eh, it's going to take me some time, to get used to that type of, environment. But hey, if they treat me better than a freaking stud or masculine female, then hell, shit, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Shit. It's just that you actually having a dick that's actually gonna so I'm not gonna be a lesbian no more if we fuck.
But
Because you're gonna actually
some of them don't even get the bottom surgery. They just get top surgery. They still keep the pussy.
How is
Some of
that
them.
even possible? Yeah. So you're not considering yourself a transgendered man. You just had your boobs gone.
They would still consider
They
themselves trans.
and hormones.
Yeah, they take hormones too. They got beards. They look, they got chest hair. They look like a man. They just got probably
So,
some of them still probably got their coochie.
so they're still considered transitioning. We'll just call them they.
All
At this
right.
point.
So
But
we like transgender men. Most of them still keeping their uterus and their ovaries and stuff like that. And then, of course, all people want their own biological child. Who don't? So, what are your thoughts and feelings about transgender men having biological babies?
hey, let's go. Look, the world is changing. Okay, so you might as well jump on that train. Okay, jump on the fucking gravy boat because shit like this has been happening since God knows when, way before any of us was born. Okay, they just never had the rights nor the opportunity to say it out loud. I'm a trans man. I want to have babies. I want to do this. I want to do that. Like back in the day, they would have your ass. Today, nobody gives a fuck unless you have the money for it. And I hear it's expensive too for a trans man to have an actual.
It's probably the cost of any kind of fertility treatment. Just for anybody trying to have a baby.
Right.
Beautiful thing.
And it might not even be expensive, considering that the fact that they still got a uterus and ovaries. They could just do it the natural way and save and get it free.
Right. Me personally, I feel like it's kind of weird. It's just kind of weird. I mean, do what you do because that's your life. You know what I'm saying? But as far as I feel like if you go the whole 9 yards to become a trans man, it's just like, what's the point? Like, I don't. At that point, I don't understand. Like, you should have handled that before you became. You know what I'm saying? Before you went through the channels of transitioning into a man, because I just feel like it's kind of weird. But I mean, who am I to judge?
I agree with K this one. I definitely agree with K too. It just appearance wise, it just looks weird for me to see a pregnant trans man. It go through it before your procedures and your hormones, that and then transition. But it just to see a pregnant man out and about or identifying men, out and about, it's gonna cause stares and looks and criticism that they not ready for, or they gonna have like this is like a whole bunch of prejudice.
You should come out here to Cali, okay? Because I've seen plenty of trans men who's actually had pregnant bellies, and I fully fucking support them. And honestly, they birthed out some beautiful ass babies.
Yeah,
That's kind of weird.
Everybody can have their own baby. I support it. It just still looks weird, but I do support it. You can do whatever you want to do with your body.
Okay,
yeah,
so
I support it. I just wouldn't do it.
Okay. Let's put this in a good scenario. So if I get pregnant by both of y'all, who's gonna be the daddy?
K2.
Me.
Because
so K2, you gonna be my daddy? Yeah, K2, you gonna be my daddy? My baby's daddy?
Yep.
You don't want Remy to do it because I'm gonna be a deadbeat. I'm gonna be the first deadbeat stud daddy.
Jeremy, come on,
But I ain't gonna
seriously.
lie,
He's a
on
beautiful
some real
parent.
stuff,
I would be a
all
deadbeat.
jokes aside,
Yeah.
I don't think I would have my child to call me daddy though. That's kind of like I'm still mommy. You get what I'm saying? Even though I'm your daddy, you get what I'm saying. But as far
Mm-hmm.
as my child, you get what I'm saying. I'm mama because
Come
I
on.
don't want to confuse my child. Like my daddy got titties. My daddy got. You get what I'm saying? Nah, call me
They're
mama.
all
But as
kids
far as my
nowadays.
significant
Yeah.
other, yeah, I'm daddy. But as a child, for a child, call me
Well,
mama.
actually, K2, you actually have a good point because there are some kids today that I've heard. They say that, oh, I got two mommies. They were loud and proud when they said it. And other kids were like, oh, wow, you got two mommies? Imagine Christmas and your birthdays and shit like that. Like, they think the two mommies are like two separate mommies, like they're not together. Like, these kids don't know what to think. All they said was, I got two mommies and two daddies. That's it. They
Right,
think
right.
birthday gifts and shit. Like, I think that's
Right.
pretty cool.
Yeah, 'cause
But
if I see a kid, I
honestly,
would prefer to be called mom or or something feminine, not daddy at all.
sweetheart,
Right,
you
right.
can call me mommy any day of the week. But in the bedroom, you can call me mama. K2, call me mama. And I'll call
Got you,
you
mama.
daddy. I'll call you daddy.
Okay.
But at the same, but in the same respect, though, some kids I hear they get bullied because they got two moms or they got two fathers. Me, I'll be fucking proud as shit if I had two fathers or two mamas. I'll be fucking proud. I'm sorry, I would. This is why I
Okay.
want to have children of my own someday. When I get married and I have beautiful children, I want to make sure that they grow up with nothing but just love and blessings in our home. Like
Right,
everyone's
right.
sitting down and eating a beautiful dinner, holidays and shit, dance recitals, soccer games. Like, I always wanted that kind of life.
Yeah, but I feel like with trans men, will they be called mom and dad? I feel I'm quite sure they would prefer to be called daddy. It makes sense to be
It
called
makes
daddy.
sense.
It makes sense. It's logical. So, because I would feel like if the trans men want to be called mama, I'm quite sure they will give that child that option. But for the mental sake of the child, to keep the child from getting bullied in school or just bullied out in the neighborhood because they saying that this is my mama, but then the other kids who they're 5 or 6 years old or 7, 8, they think on a elementary level. You can't make them think any more than that. So
Exactly.
they're gonna be like, well, why your mama look like a man? Why your mama look like my daddy? And so now this kid is gonna get bullied, teased in school because it's not making sense to those grade school kids. So I think
I ain't gonna lie, it wouldn't make
for
sense
the
to me
mental health
either.
of your child, you just need to just be addressed as daddy.
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense to me either because at the end of the day, if you're coming from a woman to become a man, why would you have your child to call you mama? You get what I'm saying? You want to identify as he and him. You get what I'm saying? So why even make that? Why you get what I'm saying? Why would you make that difference when it comes to your child? Even though, I mean, when you're, presented the same way to them as anybody else.
Correct.
Remember though, K2, and plus we talked about this about a couple weeks ago. Some transgendered men, some of them do want to be called mama because that's how they see themselves. And that's how they want to see themselves in the public. But if you accidentally call somebody, is that your daddy? They're going to take offense to that shit. And some of them may or may not like it. And you might get your ass whooped. I'm just saying. I mean, I know K2 can whoop some ass from me. I know she can because look at her. You're like, oh.
Girl,
So, like, wants to identify fully as a male, like, why biologically reproduce? If he want to go by he and him in the public eye, like having a baby is like the most feminine act a woman can do. So why reproduce? Like, what's the purpose of reproducing and doing the most feminine act that a woman can do? But then it's going to still consider yourself a he and a him, and still want the public to address you as he and him.
Honestly, the pronoun shit, it got me so fucking confused. I'm just like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna go with the fucking flow because I'm not gonna sit here and scratch my fucking head and have a stress headache. Shit. Like, if you want me to call you he, I'll call you he. If you want me to call you two she or there or them, then hell, might as well because shit. Like at this point, damn it, like man, I'm gonna have to start drinking tequila because this shit got to my head.
I think that basically the reason why they would reproduce, either they out here sneaking dick, you know what I'm saying, and got caught up, or
Mhm.
or they just want to, like, for me, even being a stud, like I say, I want to reproduce. I want to have one child. I want to have a son. So it's basically like leaving back a legacy. Um, I do feel like it's still weird because you want to be a man. You know what I'm saying? But I think it would be sneaking and got caught up, or just to have their legacy. Honestly,
Got you.
Okay,
I just
too.
feel
You want a
like
son, but you don't want another. Yeah, but why not two kids? Because I want a son and a daughter.
I want one child to come out of this vagina.
Okay.
One. But I
Mhm.
don't mind my significant other having a child also.
So you don't mind if your significant other has a child or she wants to just adopt. You wouldn't have no problem with that?
I mean, say that one more time.
Like you wouldn't mind if your significant other would tell you, "Hey, baby, I know you agree we have no one child, but how do you feel about adopting another child? Not
Oh,
biologically, but
adopting
just
one is fine as long as I can physically have one myself. The rest don't matter.
dude,
As
Remy,
long as she accept me for me.
Remy, the place right here. Okay, two. Jay, when you get into labor, bitch,
I just
I'm just
yeah,
I
but I
saying.
just yeah.
you know it was like trans men. It's the aggression for me. It's like when
Hmm.
you call them she and her, the aggression that you get back. I'm not no she, no him. I'm a he. I'm a he. They would be ready to fight you for calling them a she. But but then they're pregnant. I'm just gonna be honest with you. You finna get real disrespected over here. And as much as I love the community, make it make sense to me because you're 6 months pregnant, 5 months pregnant, whatever you're pregnant, you big. And I am not gonna call you a he and a him and you're pregnant. You are she and her to
Right.
me until you drop that baby. Feel how you want to feel.
And at the end of the day, I'm a
I
she,
feel you on
her,
that
and
one.
her. That's my
Feel how
fucking
you
thing.
want to feel. Be mad.
Look, if they're mad, they're mad.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, you know what?
Because we are human. We are considered mammals. We are considered primates. Just under the
Right.
scientific umbrella. Mammals and primates, the only species can have, only the females have babies. Now we ain't talking about like amphibians and reptiles and shit like that. That's a whole different genre. So
Mhm.
in our category, only females have babies. Women,
Right.
women,
Yeah,
period. So if you want me I cannot. I just cannot address you as a he and a him, and you're pregnant.
you got a
I
point.
feel you on that one. I
You
feel you
got a
on that
point.
one.
You got a point. She definitely got a point. I'm sorry, but Remy got a point. I will say this though, on a joke, y'all know joking. I'm sorry, Remy, but K2, I know you, my nigga. You go into fucking labor, you're gonna be taking a whole lot more once that baby comes out of your beautiful vagina hole, and I'm gonna be right there just laughing my ass. Cause she's gonna
Yeah,
be
just
saying,
hold my hand or something so I can squeeze the some. That's a big little lump sum coming out that little bitty asshole. Even though it's gonna open up, of course. But whew,
you're cursing a whole lot more than you cursing now.
So like, so we did talk about like trans men being gay technically. So these are
yeah,
women who transition into men, but still like to date and fuck on men.
Mm, they still do.
So
Some of them still
technically,
do.
they feel like men. They want to be addressed as men, but they're still fucking. They're fucking a biological male. And
they're confused.
in a public eye, you see them just walking them down the street, you would think it's two gay men, even though
Hmm.
one of them has
Right.
a coochie.
Right.
So does that make
I feel like they're
that?
very
But
much so
look,
confused.
so technically, that makes them, in their eyes, they're a gay couple. But
Mm.
in my eyes, they're a straight couple because one is still a woman and one is still a man.
Right.
Mm.
Right.
So, like 9 out of 10 chances, the biological male is fucking and penetrating the the trans man. And if I'm talking about. So, I mean, to me, and they probably biologically can have a baby that way because I mean, it's still because if she still got her organs and he, and him. So, it, how y'all feel about that?
Really, if they fucking let them fuck until the cows come home. Moo.
I feel like they
Moo.
just can.
Fuck it.
I call it confusion. They just don't understand. I mean, they don't know what they want at that point because to go through all the channels, changing over and transitioning, all that different stuff, and you still doing the natural thing. I mean, unless you're doing it for like the looks, you know what I'm saying? Which, of course, but I just feel like at that point you confused. You don't know what you want. You dibbing and
Right.
dabbing.
I heard this point from somebody that says what you are attracted to is not based on how you feel for yourself.
Preach on that, preach on that, Remy.
So for
Preach.
themselves, they feel like a man, but so that's why they transition into a man. But that don't explain that they have to be attracted to women because are they feel like a man or want to look like a man. They can still be attracted sexually to men.
People, transgendered women hit on me. Are you kidding? And they and plus they identify themselves as a lesbian, which I'm like, okay, yes.
Yeah, that just happened with my friend. Well,
Yeah,
my
it's
friend,
kind of.
I'm gonna see you
yeah,
guys.
a man transitioned into a woman, but was hitting on her. She
Like
thought it was like an ugly stud at first, but then she kept questioning, and they eventually came out and said that they were a trans woman.
that part, K2, that part. Yes.
I just feel like
Like,
there
good
are
on dick,
some
man.
parts of life
Good
where you
on
just
dick.
have to throw the fucking flag on the motherfucking play. And that's just it. It ain't working over here.
Then
It
K2,
just
why don't you come to my plate and eat it up?
Say,
I'm not a guy. Come to my plate and eat it up. Exactly. Look at her. Yeah, look at her blush, Remy. Look at her blush. But no, seriously though, Remy,
cuz you set
like,
me up for failure every time.
and you love every time K2. Mwah. But no, seriously though, Remy,
It's
like,
okay.
if they want to do something that feels natural to them, I say fucking go for it. At the end of the day, like I said, we are not the ones to judge. The only person that's allowed to judge them is our Lord and our Savior, Jesus Christ.
okay. I'm
That's
finna
all
be
I'm
honest
gonna
with you.
say. That's all I
I'm finna get right in the camera. I'm judging.
You're judging?
I'm judging.
Just throw
You
a
know
flag
they
on the
say.
can.
You
play.
know
It's
they.
okay. Give it to him.
You know they be like, we listen and we don't judge. I'm judging. I'm judging.
They're gonna come
Just
after
know
me.
that. Just know that I'm
It's like,
judging.
we
They're gonna
say,
come after
that's me.
me.
I mean, with this, especially when I be
Okay,
reading that
okay.
stuff on Facebook in them comments, when we listen and we don't judge, and they start to mention some shit. Oh,
Mm,
we all judging. We are all judging because that's what we do.
We say very much so.
We're humans.
for shit. I'm just for shit. Look, if you're walking down the street with a pregnant belly and you got another kid in the stroller, hey, I just want to see the kid. I just want to see the kid in the belly. I mean, I just want to see the kid in the stroller. Like, oh, she's so cute, or he's so cute. They're so adorable. Oh, yes, you are. And then I'm like, oh, congratulations on the baby, and I'll just continue on with my day.
All I, all I can say is one thing before we close this shit out. I'm judging. Don't be a pregnant trans man by me and expect me to still call you a male. You are a female at that point. You are a she, her, and that's just what it is. I see you in 3 more months when you drop the baby. Then you can go back to he and him.
Remy, I'm gonna pray for your beautiful ass. I'm gonna pray for you.
After the milk stop producing. After the milk stop producing.
Amen.
Ooh, give me some of that milk right there. Give me some of that. Give that.
Amen.
I got something for you after we got off of here. I got something for you, Tiffany, after we get off this motherfucker.
Well, I got something for both of y'all.
But for
So
me,
all
I'm gonna
y'all
say
people
y'all
out
asses are weird. Y'all weird, but I support y'all. But y'all still weird as fuck. Y'all weird as fuck. But we all a part of the ABC community.
ABC 1, 2, 3.
well, my trans people, you
Do
know
you
what?
hear me?
I love all of y'all. I support you. You know, I don't judge you guys for shit. As a matter of fact, I have some beautiful trans mamas and trans daddies in the community. They're my friends. They've been my family. They looked out for me. So you know what? A lot of power to y'all. I don't judge you guys for shit. Whatever you guys want to do, praise be the Lord, and God bless you. God bless you, and that's all I gotta say about that. But anyways, you guys, if you guys like the beautiful comment topics for today, make sure you subscribe us on YouTube. And if you guys want to follow us, we got Facebook, we got TikTok, we got Instagram. Heck, we even got a freaking what do you call it? Grinder?
Think y'all YouTube.
Yeah,
I don't know. We got it all. We got almost.
we got all the social media, babes. And like I said, you guys,
out here
to all
in
my
the streets.
You know, like K2, I can't wait till you get you out on the fucking streets, baby, because you can be a piece of work. But I love you though. Mwah. But anyways, to all my studs out there, you know I'm fully single, so you make sure you come to my Facebook and just DM me. And you know what? I'll fully support you if you guys are taking cool. If you're not, then let's talk some shit. But to all my beautiful single femmes out there, please take these two niggas off my fucking hands, including this one right over here. Remy, take this nasty nigga off my freaking hands, please, because this one's nasty as fuck. K2 wants 2 girlfriends, okay? So any of you Delman twins out there, please take her, please. I'll be more than happy to. Please, I'm praying that, K2. I'm praying that. And then, mind you guys, this coming Saturday, we got our first Sexy Saturday episode. So, yep, we're going to be getting grimy and dirty. And if you have kids, make sure they leave the fucking room. Okay? So, Remy, I hope I got you. And K2, I got you.
All right. You are
absolutely.
Y'all have a great one, okay? It's been great chatting with you.
Great chatting with you, Remy. K2. See you later.